in terms of just process, I do spend time here working alone, as well as all of this time with collaborators. I've thought quite a bit about the creative process for both me as an individual, but also just like, how does creativity work? Like, how does this happen? And I've thought about it a lot because I think that there's a part of the process that really sucks. And so in pushing through that on every project, I've sort of tried to just articulate to myself, how does this work, and what are the things that I can go back to, and like, what is a methodology that can allow me to be successful in moments where I feel really insecure and I feel like I have no idea what the design is, and I'm sitting in this kind of icky place where I feel like I'm not going to figure it out, and I'm almost feeling like a sense of anxiety that I'll never get there. It happens on every project. And so now I sort of like get ahead of it by scheduling it. Like, today I'm going to daydream and then feel like crap. And it just becomes part of like how I think about what I need to plan for. So it doesn't take me by surprise. I think there's also things I can do in my process that allow me to just do something to kind of get myself moving forward. And it's usually something really methodical. Like, there's a way that I break down a play. I make sure I read a play like 3 times before I, really dig into work on it. So that it's really like, it's really kind of in my body, if you will. Like, I read it so many times that it feels fresh, and I can kind of see the whole puzzle somehow in my mind's eye because I'm so familiar with the words. And same thing with museum work. Like, there's a certain amount of immersion that I need to have with the content in order to be able to sort of find my way into the design. So I really do spend a lot of time thinking about the subject matter at hand, either the play or the musical or the content itself, to kind of get myself, I call it going underwater. Like, I get myself like really immersed in the material. And then it's important to like sustain that kind of dreamy state of mind. To be able to have any kind of a breakthrough. And so I think, in terms of like my cell phone picture, I mean, one of my greatest challenges right now is to like not allow my creative process to get bumped by my technology addiction. Maybe none of you guys are dealing with that, but I'm dealing with that, like other humans. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to say just about the kind of collaboration that I really enjoy is I really like working on teams where my contribution is kind of incomplete by itself. I really enjoy like kind of what I was talking about with the lighting designer. I enjoy the fact that like I'm going to make something or suggest something that in its sort of finished state is imperfect. It needs these other things to kind of make it successful. And I think, to me, I almost think about that back to like a fundamental like color and design class, and I think about balance and creating like a design where you would say like, this design is supposed to have like a central focal point and then kind of an echoing focal point or something like that. And so when I'm thinking about my work and ultimately looking at it in its state of completion, if it's a set and there are actors on it, I want to feel like in the end that they have everything they need to be really powerful in the space that I've created for them, which means that there has to be space for them. The design shouldn't look good without the actors on it. They have to complete the whole space. So restraint and kind of getting out of the way of what is really sort of like the critical thing that we want people to be looking at is something that I'm always thinking about.